Yo, peace. It's the Emotional Alchemist here, back with another video. Oh, today's Saturday? Damn, right on time. I didn't even know. I just got it to make a video. That's funny. Okay, well, I guess it's the T-chat, right? Well, alright, well, I'll go with it. Alright, so today's video. Alright, so since the last video of Define Spirituality for Yourself, and it's like, okay, we ain't no longer caring, like, we ain't Aries energy, we ain't caring what nobody think, we ain't caring what nobody gotta say, because we know we speaking from the heart space, and whether that person wants to receive it or not ain't got nothing to do with me, because I'm simply the messenger. I'm just here to do my work and spread this knowledge. And that reminded me of something that Professor Melanie had asked us before about, what's our legacy? And for anybody that don't know Professor Melanie, she is the founder of Spiritual Ascension University, and basically she helps spiritual beings like step into who they are, give us the tools and the knowledge and the understanding so we can be empowered while we're walking in our soul mission, helping us discover our soul mission and all that. So it's if you look up the Spirit Doula on YouTube, you'll find it that way. So but yeah, so back to the legacy. So we were asked, like, what's our legacy? And at first I'm like, I don't know what my legacy is. But when I stopped thinking, it came to me, and my legacy is my knowledge. So when it comes to my knowledge, I'm a very knowledgeable individual. I'm very intuitive. So I'm very connected. So with that, it's so I have that knowledge. But then I started thinking about the fact of me being the emotional alchemist. And it's like, I started thinking, like, today, like before I got here, I'm like, you know what? I know emotions. Like, I know them. I feel them. I may not, like, understand this practical world like most people do. Like, I was always told growing up, like, I'm book smart, not street smart. And I used to take offense to that. But now it's like, I'm both. It's just that I may be more book smart than I am street smart. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, the more and that's because I don't like being practical. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being practical because I'm so up in the clouds most of the time. So being practical for me is challenging. And that's also that energy, stepping towards my Capricorn North Node. So I'm gradually learning, and it's getting better and better by day. And I would say that I am so much further than where I was. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back on that one. But yeah, so when I thought about that, I'm like, okay, emotions. All right, I feel emotions more than most. So I'm like, you know what has been an emotion that's been coming up a lot lately, and I've been thinking about, because I've been healing as well. This past during that Pisces energy, like, and having Pisces in the sixth house, and not only just the Pisces in the sixth house, being an emotional healer, like, that energy was so strong for me to do shadow work. It was so strong. It was like pulling on me to like really heal, to the point that I had to like take a step back from like everything and just like go within and focus on myself. So when I did that, so much was coming up, and that's what led to that Define Your Spirituality video after Professor had made live. It was like confirmation. It was like, all right, go time. So now I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, where's my YouTube channel like going? Like, what's the purpose? Like, I know the purpose of it as far as, helping, I don't know if anybody read the Bible, but I'm an ascension guide, and I'm here to help people, step into who they are authentically through self-love, self-expression, self-forgiveness, and like self-worth. Anything that has to do with self, because everything comes back to self. So I'm like, but where do I really want to like take this? What do I really want to accomplish with this YouTube channel? And it dawned on me today that I really want to help individuals get back to self. But before we can get back to self, we gotta unlock some things and admit some things to ourselves that we may not necessarily know. And it comes down to the emotions. Emotions are complex. There are really only two emotions at play, and that's love and fear. But underneath fear, there are so many subcategories. And underneath love, there are subcategories as far as like the love that you have for your mother, the love that you have for your kids, the love that you have for your partner. But it all goes back to love. It all goes back to fear. So anger, sadness, it all goes back to fear. Any emotion that you feel that does not feel good, because God is good, right? If it don't feel good, then it's underneath fear. And that's what we need to start accepting within ourselves. So one of the emotions that like really has like been on my mind heavy, because so I've been quantum leaping. And with me quantum leaping, people have been in and out of my life like that. Bam, 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 bam. But what that did for me, it made me have to reevaluate the fact that of my self-worth. I felt like those people were leaving my life, even though Spirit orchestrated it. I felt like those people was leaving my life because I wasn't worthy. I was doing something wrong. It's like, what can I do better? And it's like, no, there's nothing that you can do but focus on yourself. And the more that you learn to know that you are worthy of this and worthy of that, and you get in tune with that self-love, the people that are meant to be in your life, they will make themselves known because they're looking for you just like you looking for them. So when I started doing that, sure enough, they came. I only got 3 right now, but I'd rather have 3 people that I can trust and that are like really my tribe. I'd rather have that than to have 10 people that can just like pick and choose when they wanna fuck with me, depending on, you know, what am I serving in their life. And if I'm and that goes to relationships. Everything is all relationships, but that goes to that. Ever since I was 16, I've been in this cycle. So I've had years of experience, years of trial and error. So when I speak of this stuff, I speak of it because I've been through it. I speak of it because I know it. I speak of it because I am who I am. So it's like, all right, I got those 3, and I'm fine with that. You know, I'm happy because I know that that's true. That's genuine love. That's genuine love. And now the people that are in and out of my life, now there's no fault. Ain't no fault. All it is means that there's levels to the shit. We have to get to a certain capacity of where we love ourselves. If you have an individual in your life and say everything is copacetic, y'all have that genuine love, and it starts to shift, that means that one of the individuals started to realize their self-worth and started to love themselves, and the other individual could not match that frequency. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to split. And that's what we need to understand in the totality when it comes to everything. I got things in the work as far as like putting stuff together like that to make it make more sense. But that's a little like, I hope if it don't make sense, you know, just get at me in the comments with some questions, and I'll make it make sense. Because I know I be all over the place sometimes, but by the end of this video, I promise you, it's all gonna tie back in. It's the tangent. But anyway, so okay, I had to come get in the grass and put my feet in the grass while I'm making this video, get myself a little grounded. But so with being the emotional alchemist, I'm literally here to serve y'all. Everybody is here to serve you. Let's just get that out there. If we could understand that, a lot of relationships would be so much more copacetic. People act the way they act because it's something that needs to be rewired within you. And if you don't like that behavior, either it's something that you need to realize that's within you, or it's an energy that you're coming up out of. I mean, both of them lead back to you. But so I'm just gonna get to it because I feel like I'm rambling right now. All right, so the one that made me like realize this, like, oh, this is what my YouTube channel is gonna be, is jealousy. Do you know how many friends I've lost because they were jealous of me? Do you know how many friends I have lost because their spouses or their partners were jealous of the relationship that I had with that individual, or they were just jealous at the fact that I was the way I was? Now, we finna ruffle some feathers. Like, hey, yeah, we finna ruffle some feathers because we have to. The only way that we can heal is to be honest. And this is the honest truth. A lot of y'all are sitting with jealous energy and y'all don't even realize it. Do y'all understand that? Like, you feel, you have these feelings, but you don't know what that feeling is. So now you have this feeling, you're like, you know what, I ain't gonna fuck with that person no more. Like, and then you find, then your mind makes up reasons of why you cannot fuck with them anymore. Then you start piecing together little things, maybe things that they told you, maybe things that they did that didn't have anything to do with you. But now you're piecing things together just so that you can, you know what, I'm gonna step back from them. But whole time you were jealous of them. They think they better than me. No, they don't think they're better than you. Now, there are some individuals out there like that. I'm not gonna front. But that's where you use your discernment. That's where you use your instinct. That's where you use your intuition. But, and that's three different things. Another video. But yeah, so it made me think like, damn, motherfuckers been out here jealous of me. And to me not knowing my worth, me not knowing my self-love, or me not even knowing what jealousy is at the core, I'm like, why would anybody be jealous of me? Like, who am I to be jealous of? Like, I ain't got shit going on. Like, I have shit going on, but I don't have shit going on as far as like out here to be jealous of. We shouldn't be jealous of anything. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of them people as well. Growing up, I was jealous of kids who grew up with basketball parents because I was a ball player. And I was like, man, if I had a parent who played basketball, then I'd be better. You know what I'm saying? So I was jealous of those kids that grew up with basketball parents, because they got to start playing basketball at 5, and now they're like in the WNBA and all that. And I used to feel like, you know what, if I had a better coach, if I had this, if I had that, I'd be in the WNBA right now. That wasn't even my calling. That's why. All that happened because I had to realize some shit within that. Now I can go back and look on my basketball career, and I can see how it helped me grow to where I am now. So when it comes to that, it's like I had to step back and be like, why am I jealous? The whole thing about jealousy is, when you're jealous of that individual, you should really be looking at that individual to inspiration and aspiration. I wasn't jealous of the fact that they grew up with a parent that played basketball and also like helped them hone in on their gift, because that's what basketball was. Basketball was my gift, but it wasn't my mission. So when I was looking at those individuals, it wasn't the fact that they had a basketball parent that I was jealous of. It was the fact that they had the drive to basically believe in themselves. And at that time, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in myself enough to try. I was in my head. I had coaches that, there are two types of coaches. You have that coach that is like, that pushes you with that, you can't, you ain't gonna make it, you ain't gonna make it. And then you got those coaches that be like, yeah, like that. Like, it's two different types of a motivation. And there's nothing wrong with that coach, because it's coming, especially if it's coming from a heart space. But you have to realize who you're dealing with. I wasn't that individual that could take it, that could take that information, like my coach used to call me cream puff once upon a time. Because she said I was soft. And Then like when she used to do, matter of fact, now that I think about it, I thank her for that, because that actually made me a better post player. Her calling me cream puff, okay, I guess it did motivate me. Damn. All right, well, shouts out to her. So yeah, you got to channel it. I took that anger and I made it, and I turned it into assertiveness. I made it aggression, healthy aggression. Cause aggression is what fuels your passion. That's a different man. I'm telling you, emotions are so vast. Like it's amazing. But back to jealousy. We have to be aware of these feelings that we are feeling, and we have to ask ourselves. We have to go internal instead of external. Now I'm feeling like this. I'm finna blame that individual. You know what? This motherfucker cocky. I can't be around them. Why can't people lift themselves up and they lift you up? Why can't we do both? Why can't we do both? And I was one of those individuals. I was afraid to lift myself up. I was afraid to speak my truth. And that's man, this shit all ties back into Chiron. Like Chiron and Leo, Aquarius, you know. I speak of the, and I speak of astrology a lot because I know who I am. And I know those parts of me, and I speak of them because it helps me overcome them. So with the Leo being in Aquarius in the 11th house, which is the humanitarian, and the Leo is the wounded charismatic leader, I was cheering people on as well as I was cheering myself on. But people would tell me I do too much. People would tell me you cocky. I'm just confident in who I am and what I do, and I'm standing in it from this moment on. So, all that to say, jealousy. Jealousy, when you feel you are jealous of somebody, first of all, you have to realize which emotion you are feeling. Jealousy. When you are feeling jealousy, take that jealousy and go on the opposite polarity of it. And the opposite polarity is aspiration. Meet it in the middle and start doing what you need to do. Go pop your shit. Go pop your shit. If you jealous, let it fuel you. If you ain't there yet to look at that as an aspiration, but you jealous, meet in the middle and be like, you know what? I'm gonna do it too. That's all right. Until you get to that point where you can actually just look at it as aspiration. Okay, aspiration. I got you. Because you could do anything that you put your mind to. Anything. I was jealous of motherfuckers that could dance. I can dance, but I can't dance like that. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tap into my skill intelligence, and I'm gonna get a foundation when it comes to dancing. I'm gonna start taking dance classes, so I can hone in on that. That's what that does. I don't have to be jealous of them. They're inspiring me. They're an aspiration. Aspiration is something you want to become. It's something that you can become. Inspiration is just that fuel to that fire. They inspire you to do it. It don't even have to be the same thing when it comes to inspiration. But that aspiration, they can dance. I know I can dance. Aspiration. Finna start taking dance classes. Bam. That's all you got to do. Look at it on the opposite end. It's polarity. Meet in the middle, you get that duality. But yeah, so that's what we finna start doing on this channel. We finna start diving into these emotions. We finna start talking about the emotions. We finna start breaking them down. We finna start giving examples of what it is, just like I just did. And if it don't make sense, watch it again. Go do you some research, then come back and watch it again. Don't just take my word for it. I got a piece of the puzzle. I can't give you the whole puzzle. You got to do that for yourself. I'm just a messenger here to spread my knowledge. And that's what I'm finna start doing.
You get your mail out the box. How come you did?
So, yeah. And with that being said, I hope this finds everybody in good grace. And until next time, deuce deuce.